The sheriff asks the alchemist, "Why do you not turn lead to gold?" To which the answer is quite plain, "I have a nasty cold."
I've given him everything he wanted, haven't I?
Who, my lord?
Lepidus, the alchemist. I fitted him out with a laboratory far from the turmoil of town, as he so nicely phrased it. I've given him all the equipment he asked for. And how long has Lepidus had now to make gold?
6 weeks, my lord.
6 weeks, and not one answers he made me. What's he been playing at all this time? That's what I want to know.
He says he's been ill, my lord.
Ill, is he? I'm going to set a limit to his creative genius. Go to the tower and bring him here at once. Soon see how ill he is. I want no more excuses. You've had 6 weeks and you haven't made me a solitary ounce of gold.
Well, the first 2 weeks I had a bad cold. You know that, my lord.
And what about the second 2 weeks?
Well, the second 2 weeks, it went to me chest.
And where did it go to in the last 2 weeks?
It went back to me head. It did, my lord. You listen.
Well, can't you make gold with a cold in the head?
Make gold with a cold in the... My lord, do you know what you're saying?
I know very well what I'm saying.
The magic powers won't come near a man with a cold. Everybody knows that. I can't make gold with a cold. No, my lord, I can't. And the magic powers...
What is all this nonsense about magic? When you made that gold for Sir Richard of the Lee, you told me you'd made a great scientific discovery.
True, Sheriff. I have unearthed great scientific truths. But to use them properly, I must have me magic powers. Surely, that's simple to understand.
Do you know what I'm thinking?
I'm afraid I do. But you're ill-advised to have such thoughts, my lord.
I am thinking that you made that gold for Sir Richard by some dubious means. I am thinking that Robin Hood discovered that, and I am thinking that you and Robin Hood together conspired to hoodwink me into believing that you could make gold.
You have been thinking.
Lepidus,
Yes.
do you know how long it took to create the world?
7 days, I believe.
Very good, Lepidus. And that's just how long you have to create some gold. 7 days. You understand?
But supposing me cold isn't better in that time?
I have a perfect cure for a cold. I shall hang you. Then you'll never have a cold again, will you?
Oh, well.
So the tricky little alchemist, Lepidus, has to produce gold in 7 days. He'll get his cold cured by hanging.
Since when do we laugh at people being hanged?
Oh, little John. The alchemist is a rogue. He can't make gold any more than I can.
He may be a rogue, but he doesn't deserve hanging. Anyway, we should feel responsible. After all, we turned him over to the sheriff.
Only by making a fair exchange. By getting Will here out of the sheriff's noose.
Well, that's true. All the same, if he does hang, I'll feel like he's hangman. And I know if Robin were here, instead of being away in France, he'd feel the same way, too.
Well, Lepidus can't make gold, and we know it. So he will hang in 7 days.
Unless, of course...
Unless what?
Unless we save him.
Huh?
How many guards do you count, Will?
Too many. The sheriff's got him well guarded.
We'll need to find out from Lepidus when they change the guards.
Shall I walk in and ask them?
Yes. That's very funny.
How are we to ask Lepidus, Little John?
There is one person who can walk in and out of that tower without any trouble.
Lady Marian!
Well, what you've said is all very nice, me lady. But what I can't understand is, why should Robin Hood's men care if I have 6 days to live or 60?
Because they want to help you.
Well, I wish they'd make up their minds. First they put me in, and now they want me out.
Robin Hood dislikes injustice, whether to you or anyone else. His men feel you've been punished enough and that to hang you would be an injustice. It's as simple as that.
And how much ransom will I have to pay? Because I'm not a rich man, you know. It'll take me quite
They
a time
don't
to
want
find the
any
money for it.
ransom.
Well, if they help me to escape, I'll show them I know how to repay. I'll prove that Lepidus can make gold for a good cause. Gold for King Richard. Gold for Robin Hood. Gold for his outlaws.
Oh, Lepidus, haven't we had enough of that? How often do you think you can trick people?
I can make gold, milady. Well, with a little help.
What kind of help?
But all I need is a cauldron and a bit of gold. Oh, to start the process. Oh, and a tunnel.
A tunnel?
What does he think we are, rabbits? There must be some way of smuggling Lepidus out without digging for him.
Perhaps. But we can't smuggle out gold for King Richard without a tunnel.
Well, what do you mean?
Lepidus feels sure that if I spread the word about his magic powers, that some of the sheriff's friends will insist on bringing their gold too. If he's right, we shall need a tunnel to get the gold, and of course Lepidus quickly away.
Yeah. It all sounds very fine. If we can dig the tunnel in time. And if Lepidus can convince the sheriff and his friends about the gold.
To dig a tunnel without being seen means starting it out there in the woods beyond the tower. Might take us 2 weeks.
If we all start right away, working day and night in shifts, we might finish it in a week.
Look, let's stop talking and start digging.
Oh, and Lepidus needs a bit of gold to start the magic process.
Don't worry, Lady Marian, he'll get it. All right, lads, let's get to work. If we can reach Lepidus in time, we'll not only save his life, but to get a sizable contribution for King Richard's treasury at the same time.
5 days left. Haven't got much time, have you?
It's not fair, you know. I haven't got the right materials. And me oil of Venus, it's losing strength. And me panopticum, it's not from Syria, you know. Oh, I can tell. And anyway, besides, me cauldron's cracked.
5 days, Lepidus.
Do you think we'll get there in time?
Not unless it's easier going further on. By the way, here's that gold plate from our store. It's the only fine gold we have.
Then it'll have to do, won't it? Now we'll see whether it's true that gold begets gold.
4 more days, Lepidus. Cracked cauldron or not?
But I've had to order a new cauldron. You misjudge me, Sheriff. I will make gold, but no one can do it with a cracked cauldron.
No gold with a cracked cauldron. No gold with a cold. In short, no gold. Never have I enjoyed so much the prospect of a hanging.
You'll live to rue your anger at me, Sheriff. I'm definitely and positive, and again definitely assuring you that given the right conditions, I shall make more gold than you've ever dreamt of.
Take care, Lepidus. I'm not in the mood to be fooled again. You've got your chance. Use it. If you can.
Solstice and machine.
Lepidus, and how much is the new cauldron going to cost me?
Compared to what it'll make for you, nothing.
Now that you have a new cauldron, I'm waiting for the new excuse.
Excuse, Sheriff. I promised you gold, and you shall have gold.
Well, I shall be delighted if I discover that I've misjudged you. I need hardly remind you that you have only 3 days left.
Ah, how time flies.
It's a pity when you have so little. Well, I'll leave you in peace. Until the 3rd day.
Good morning, Master Lepidus.
Oh, Lady Marian, your blacksmith friend has done a very good job. This covers the bottom perfectly. Now, I hope you have something else for me.
I have. This is the only fine gold Robin Hood and his men have. Be sure they get it back.
They'll get it back with interest.
They don't want any more than they gave. All the other gold is to go to King Richard in France.
I may not be able to help giving them more, but let's not worry about that now. You see, I simply put the plate in first. Then cover it with this. Now, Then the heat melts both the gold plate and the false bottom. So, when I reach in, abracadabra, gold.
I'll send the word circulating about your magic powers. The vultures will soon be descending on the sheriff, demanding to share his good fortune.
How are they getting on with the tunnel?
They've got 3 days left. I hope they'll make it in time. The question now is, will you be ready in time?
If not now, never. Guard! Guard! Tell the sheriff Lepidus will be ready in 3 days. The magic powers are with me in full strength. Tell him in 3 days gold will pour from the cauldron in an unending river. Go.
Weren't you overdoing it a bit?
Milady, my business, one can't overdo it while I'm at it. I might as well promise enough gold for everybody.
Sir Peter, do sit down.
Decent of you to invite me, Lady Marian. We must see more of each other, you know.
I shall look forward to that. Sweet, Sir Peter.
Ah, thank you. I say that's a jolly fine plate. Marvellous gold. Byzantine, unless I miss my guess.
I'll let you into a little secret if you promise not to say anything to anyone.
My honor as a gentleman, Lady Marian.
The gold from this plate was made by an alchemist right here in Nottinghamshire.
Lady Marian, that's incredible. But where is he? Where is this alchemist?
The sheriff has him hidden away. But I'm sure he could be induced to share his prize with someone as close to Prince John as you.
Well, I should hope so. I mean, he'd be very well advised to.
But mind, Sir Peter, not a word to anyone.
Lady Marian, my lips are sealed. She assured me, Sir Paul, that the fellow had made this place, and that the sheriff now holds him in his castle. Mind now, Sir Paul, not a word to anyone.
Oh, but, sir, my lips are sealed.
And where did you hear this interesting, if inaccurate, piece of information? Unfortunately, my good sheriff, my sources of information must remain anonymous. And suppose I told you that your sources lied to you, that I have no such alchemist. With all due respect, my lord, I should probably continue to believe my sources. Then believe what you like and be hanged. Pity you should adopt such a narrow attitude, my lord. I shall probably be forced to share my information with Prince John. And you know how John is. Such a grasping fellow.
Today's the day, isn't it?
Aye.
Do you think we'll get there in time?
Well, if my reckoning is right, we should be under the turn a few more yards. After that, it's only a matter of digging up to the surface.
Then we will get there today.
We'll get there today, all right. What I'm wondering is, will Lepidus still be there?
So nice to have one's friends with one on such an auspicious occasion.
And the best friends of Prince John, too. Thoughtful of you to invite them.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? However, less talk and more action would please us all.
My lords, this demonstration of faith in my powers touches me. I, Lepidus, alchemist, artist, genius, have discovered the secret of increasing the weight of gold twofold, threefold, perhaps even morefold.
Now, what are you waiting for?
Anger me not, Sheriff. Oh, if my temper gets control, it'll frighten the mystic powers now possessing me.
This ring is solid gold, 24 carats. Can you increase its weight?
Have I not said so?
Well, then show us.
Of course, my lords, there are occasions when the outer forces refuse to cooperate when strangers are present.
Enough of this.
But seeing that we're all friends... Now, my lords, I want you to look closely into the cauldron. Examine it carefully. Don't be afraid. Thank you. I've no wish to be accused of trickery.
If you can do this, you can ask anything you want.
Well, can I have a...
Within reason.
Lepis philosophorum in pace, mit ferens fonse knedelig. We are ready.
Gold. This is at least 15 times the amount of gold that was in my ring.
Yes, I was carried away.
Pure gold. Sheriff, we demand that you share this miraculous secret with us.
That might possibly be arranged, Sir Peter, but no word of this must be disclosed.
I'll go and fetch every scrap of gold I've got in my household. You promise that you'll increase its value 10, 15-fold? Perhaps 20, 30-fold. It depends on the mood I'm in.
Fool, he'll tell everybody if I don't stop him.
Sir Paul! Sir Paul! Sir Paul! Sir Paul!
Why are you looking at me so strangely, Sir Peter?
I've just had a wonderful idea. I want us to be alone before I told you.
What is your idea?
Put this back into the cauldron and increase its weight 15 times again. You can keep on doing it, and in a few days, we'll be the wealthiest men on earth.
Really? Both?
I shall only take half.
How?
Well, it was my ring that began it.
Yes, it is truly a brilliant idea. We'll keep on increasing the weight. Yes.
Very brilliant. Put it in the pot and start all over again.
Oh, alas, Sir Peter, it doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Well, unfortunately, I have to have fresh gold each time I perform the magic.
Oh, what a pity.
Yes, isn't it? Now listen, why don't you run along home and bring all your gold, fresh gold. Now, leave that. I might give your idea a try.
Oh, my dear fellow. Yes, do.
Do. 'Tis truly brilliant. We'll keep on increasing the weight. Yes, brilliant. The spirits have gone to earth, but Jupiter is in the ascendant.
Are you trying
the
to
time is propitious.
Good. Well, I brought you this. It's solid gold.
Leave it with me. Now, whilst Jupiter is in the ascendant, go and he will multiply your gold beyond your wildest dreams.
Yes, but
Go.
Here.
Put it on the table.
How shall we know which gold belongs to whom?
There'll be so much gold, you and your friends can share it equally.
No! I've brought twice as much as the sheriff. I want what rightfully is mine.
So be it. I'll make sure I keep the gold equally divided.
Make way there. I've brought every scrap of gold I could lay my hands on.
No shilly-shallying, into the pot with it.
And you don't get the gold mixed.
No, that's yours, that's Sir Peter's, and that's Sir Paul's.
What's that?
Possessed with spirits. I must be alone. Go, before I lose my magic powers.
I'm an earthworm. I bring you greetings.
They're outside now. Quick, there's no time to lose. Hurry.
What the devil he's playing at?
Let's not rush him.
Rush him? I'm not going to give him much longer. I'm going to see what he's up to. He's locked it. No, we'll have to force it. Come on.
Lepidus! Open the door!
My gold! Where's my gold? Your gold will come back to you 1,000-fold in the form of King Richard's victorious armies. Thank you for your generous contributions. Robin Hood.
Oh, back over here. Well, the road's clear from here. This is where we say goodbye, Lepidus.
I shan't forget this, you know.
Godspeed, Lepidus.
Godspeed.
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood.